Theo Gaming here, and welcome to the Marvel's Avengers War for Wakanda review slash rating. Now, straight off the bat, this is since I started it, I played it all. I finished it yesterday. Haven't played it much since I finished it, but I finished it yesterday. Now, let's just get some things out the way. The campaign itself is short, but it was really good. I liked how they introduced Black Panther, how they put him in the game real quick, right away. I like the idea. I like the villains. I like the new enemies. A lot of people were complaining about, robots again, but these spider bots, I feel like, are setting up something else, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, Spider-Man. Anyway, but yeah, here we got, King T'Challa as Black Panther, the King of Wakanda, and spoiler alert, if you haven't beaten the game, just skip to the end of the video to see my rating if you want. But anyway, yeah, it was a really good campaign, kind of like out of the 3 campaigns that have DLC campaigns that have come out, well, actually out of the 4 of them, this is in par with the Marvel's Avengers basic campaign, except that the basic campaign had more missions because they had to do it with more heroes. But since this is just one hero, the campaign was shorter. But the Marvel's Avengers basic campaign, the regular campaign was really good. Kate Bishop was good. Hawkeye, Future Imperfect and Taking Aim was good. But this one so far is the best. The War for Wakanda expansion, this is the best. I like everything that they added. They added a whole new UI. Let's check that out. They added a whole new UI, so you can maneuver through your stuff easier. Way better. The inventory is better. The way you manage the menu, way better. The outfits look amazing, of course. The new gear and items and artifacts that they added to the game, amazing. They added the loadout, if you see it in the top left corner. But yeah, other than that, the scenery is amazing. For those of you who have played the Wakanda campaign, the scenery is amazing. I like the new puzzles that they added to the game. The corrupted vibranium clusters that you have to destroy. Like I said before, the new enemies are pretty cool. Let's talk about the villains. Ulysses Claw. There is one thing about Ulysses Claw that is distracting me, is that, oh, look at the waterfall in the background, how beautiful. Anyway, he's voiced by a voice actor named Steve Bloom or Blum. I don't know how to say his name, but shout out to Steve Blum. I'm gonna call him Blum. He voice acts, I believe, Wolverine from Wolverine and the X-Men. And when Ulysses Claw is talking, it just reminds me of that Wolverine. But I like Ulysses Claw. I like the fact that they tied in everything with T'Chaka and well, not T'Chaka. T'Challa's uncle is the one who killed Ulysses Claw's father, and T'Chaka died. T'Challa's uncle took power, and then T'Challa took the power after he dethroned his uncle. Because that's how they do it in Wakanda. You want to be king, you gotta earn that shit. Anyway, Crossbones. I was just a little disappointed with Crossbones, because as soon as you get out the temple in the beginning, you fight Crossbones. I thought Crossbones would have a bigger role in this game, kind of like Taskmaster and Abomination had. But he felt kind of like just a side guy. Oh, here's Ulysses Claw, an epic villain, and here's Crossbones, just in the way. You gotta stop him. You know, I feel like they should have gave him his own mission in the campaign, and that would have been cool. But he was just kind of there, you know. Um, let's see, Black Panther's skills. Black Panther has. I love his skills. I love his combat. His combat is very fast, way faster than Captain America. He's so agile. His range attack, his Komoyo daggers are awesome. I think they're called Komoyo daggers. His support hero ability, called the Komoyo beads, those are awesome. His ultimate, I feel like his ultimate attack is kind of like, you know, okay, he summons a panther. That's pretty cool because I thought his ultimate would be when he slams his fist into the ground, like in the MCU. But he does have an attack like that where if you keep hitting triangle, the heavy attacks, he'll eventually do a ground pound attack, and he does a vibranium explosion, kind of how like the Black Panther in the MCU movies did. So that's pretty cool. His assault heroic. He throws a spear that can go through enemies and pin them, and that's pretty cool. I've never really seen Black Panther use a spear, but in the comics I think he does, so that's pretty good. His skins are pretty cool. They give you a free skin when you start the campaign, and it looks pretty cool, you know what I mean? The voice acting for the characters are pretty good. You know, T'Challa is voiced by Christopher Judge. For those of you who don't know him, he voiced Kratos in the God of War PS4 game. And he's pretty good. He's a pretty good voice actor. But for this one, I feel like it was a little meh. Not his best voice acting work, but he still did a good job at the voice acting. The lady, I forgot her name, but shout out to her who voiced Shuri. Shuri looked amazing in this game. Deborah Wilson, shout out to her too. I know her from she voiced I think it was a captain or a pilot in Jedi the Fallen Order game. So I know her from that. Shout out to Deborah Wilson. I think then Zawavari, he looks cool. Okoye, that's who Deborah Wilson voices, Okoye. But yeah, this campaign is pretty badass, to be honest. Spoiler alert, like I said, at the end of this campaign, Shuri becomes Queen of Wakanda because T'Challa is gonna go around the world with the Avengers and defend the world and stuff. So he makes her queen. They didn't really give. I was kind of hoping for a post-credit scene, kind of like in Avengers they showed the Kree distress signal to the sky. In the Taking Aim with Kate Bishop, they showed, you know, the Kree invasion, and then with Operation Future Imperfect with Hawkeye, they showed the Kree invasion frozen in time, and then they showed the Cosmic Cube, which I still believe that they're trapped inside the Cosmic Cube. They're not dead. But yeah. But to wrap it all up, this was a great campaign. I hope that this game stays alive for the rest of its tenure. I hope that year 2 for this game will be amazing. Hopefully Spider-Man does come in December, because I feel like Black Panther sets up a Spider-Man playstyle, because Black Panther can climb on walls and attack as he's hanging off the walls. So I feel like they set that up for Spider-Man. They're teasing us with a Spider-Man. But anyway, yeah, I guess there's not much to say. Like I said, I really enjoyed this, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too as much as I did. As a rating, I'm gonna give this DLC 8 out of 10. Like I said, great combat. Black Panther has amazing skills. The skins look amazing. The overall campaign looks amazing. The scenery, the characters, the voice acting was good. The only thing that disappointed me, like I said before, was I feel like Crossbones should have had more to do. And with that last boss fight with Claw, it was a little hectic. It took me a while to beat that last boss, but it was cool nonetheless. And I kind of wish they would have teased something with Hydra because if y'all don't know, you know, Crossbones is a part of Hydra, so I kind of would have wanted them to tease Hydra a little bit, but I guess Crossbones was the Hydra tease, I guess. But yeah, 8 out of 10. Everything was cool, tip top magoo, and I hope to see what else they got in store for Wakanda and the Black Panther. And I hope that we get to see characters like Spider-Man coming soon. I hope we get to see Captain Marvel eventually. I hope we get to see, Scarlet Witch and Vision. This is just my personal likeness, but I really want to see War Machine. And yeah, War Machine in the game. He's one of my favorite, and I want to see who would play War Machine. Maybe they could get Don Cheadle. You never know. Wink, wink. But or maybe Idris Elba. Ha! One can only dream, right? Anyway, that's it for my review tonight, guys. Just remember, 8 out of 10, and hit that like button, subscribe, notification bell, leave a comment on what you think about the game and how you feel about the game and how you liked it, disliked it, whatever, and tell me your rating. Leave a comment down below and give me your rating. Remember, my rating is 8 out of 10. So put down in the comments what you guys' ratings are, and I would love to find out what your ratings are, and I hope we can all share our ratings together. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you for joining and watching this video, and remember, Wakanda forever.